I'm so glad that you guys were here to help me fill out this more.
Cool.
Oh man. So I'm basically out of time for this, but I do want to re-record all of these because I feel like having a an even recording would actually be really good. Um, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna re-record all of the main bits. Um, and we'll go a little over. Technically, the song is basically done right now, but I'd rather make this lyrical stuff like sound good.
Hey, what's up,
Um,
Rogue?
make it original.
How
Well,
is
we'll see.
my
Maybe this new
sound?
version is
I actually
worse.
need to turn off
Um,
Ben's stream so I
that
don't get distracted here. Do I sound okay? Can you hear me? Is my webcam still working? It appears to be. Uh, how's my how's my levels? Voice sounds good. Wonderful. Cool. Yeah, just let me know if it suddenly doesn't sound good, but yeah. So I'm just gonna leave that there, and let's see. Do I have that open anymore? I don't. So, so what's going on? Anything good? Sorry, I'm looking off screen. I've got to do some OBS crap here. So, what all is happening? Yeah, me too. That's that song's coming out really good. I like it. It's hilarious. I'm looking forward to hearing the finished song. That was pretty great. So, yeah, I'm coming to this one today. Normally I come in with a little bit of an idea, and I guess I always have a little bit of an idea, but I have less of an idea than I normally do this time. So we'll have to see what we come up with. We'll come up with some interesting chords and do some stuff and see where we end up here. So, all right, I think I'm gonna get started. It is 1:30 on the dot. So here we go. We'll start the timer. The timer is running wonderful. All right. So one thing I was thinking about playing with. We go to presets here because I like this guy. So why we no making the noise? Eh, we no making the noise because you're not detecting my controller. So hold on. Put it wherever you like, Rogue. I only put it in the non-main places because I didn't want to be, some people get picky about where you post like self-promotion links and stuff. So, I don't want to be that guy. Um, Let me see. No, that should be working. Why you no worky work? Hmm. quail. While we sort that out, I think I'm going to stop the timer since fixing technical issues is not really the point of the exercise here. So we're going to reset that while I try to figure out why my I think it's this guy. Ah, it's that guy. What is going on? Technically this should work. Let's try shutting down Bitwig, turning you off, turn you back on, and try Bitwig again. Yeah, this will be great. Everyone will show up and I'll be troubleshooting tech problems because that's always fun. So that's fine. This will make noise. We can at least try it with that. So the sucky thing here is I think my USB is acting weird. So I'm going to have to disable my camera for a minute. And it might disable my sound. I don't know. Although I don't think so. All right. Let me do this. I'm going to just turn off the camera for a second. So let's deactivate you. All right. Oh. All right, here we go. And of course, I can't get it back in the spot because I'm an idiot. Grr. Hold on. Here we go. All right, theoretically, a bunch of stuff should have just shown up. Sweet, that is now working. Let's go to my camera and hit activate. That should now be working. Hey! Sweet. Okay, now we're good. All right, we can take that out. We can probably take this out. Now we can start our timer and actually start working here. Okay, so it's not a stream if there's not some kind of stupid technical issue, right? Okay, back to the task at hand. kind of like that. Let's see. Hmm. So let's do this. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so roughly 96 BPM. All right, here we go. All right. Now that's going to be absolute garbage. So we're going to clean it up. My guess is these are looking to be dotted quarter notes. So, oh, those must start too early. Yikes, what happened there? All right, first thing first, we really got 2 good measures out of that. And let's do a quick quantize to the nearest eighth note. Hey! Oh my god, shark. Hey, shark. I can't believe shark's on this. Sweet. Alright, so we're pretty close here. For some reason these are slightly too long, so let's make sure they are where they need to be. Cool. Now, so I wonder how this sounds if we just duplicate this. Yeah, it is kind of like watching paint dry. Although you only have to watch it for another hour and 45 minutes, or 54 minutes. So, you know, there you go. Alright. That sounds pretty cool. Although what I was going to add to that was this as well. This is one of the coolest little things we've got here. Tape machine. And what I really want to add, it adds a little noise, and I think I'm going to leave the noise on this one. But I want to add a little more flutter. Holy crap, 13 people. Jeez, Ben. How are ya? A little sip of the coffee here. We're working on this super cheeseball 80s thing. Wow. Thank you, Ben and Toxic. That was super nice. Yeah, a wild shark is there too. And a wild rogue. Thank you, Ben. I appreciate it. Alright. That's pretty cool. I kinda want let's throw a bass in here. Why not? Let's try like bass 2 and see what we get. Oh, thank you very much, Iron. I appreciate it. Yeah, I do have some YouTube stuff. I don't stream often enough to actually have like mods or a bot or anything, but I do have the link to my channel, which is horrible. There you go. You can see me do very little on YouTube, mostly 2-hour album challenges. There we go. Let's see how bad we did here. What's up, Ben? Yeah, I tend to not be super frequent in Ben's Discord, mostly because I'm antisocial. Trust me, it's not you, it's me. Alright, this is kind of cool. Oh yeah, I did. I did do a couple of VCV rack way back when VCV was pretty new. I did a couple of VCV rack tutorials, which still shockingly get me follows and views, which is like, oh my god. Now I just want to hide in a cave. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, it's nice. It's great that people still like, and people still comment in there. It's hilarious because it's like, it's really funny how much people like, you know, especially in the one that's like, you know, how to do like stereo output from VCV rack. People get really fired up about how it's not real stereo, or whether it matters if it's real stereo or dual mono, or like, oh my god, people go crazy in there. It's it's kind of funny. Let's look for a drum machine. See if we can find something interesting in here. I know there's a bunch of 808 kits in here. Which I don't know that I really want to 808 it, but maybe we will. Oh yeah, don't worry. Toxic, man. You're getting really into this kick thing. Don't worry, it's coming. All right, I kind of dig that. Ha, nice. I don't follow Winter Garden that much, but I do. I have checked out their stuff in the past. Some of those machines are super cool. If that's what I'm, if I'm thinking of the right thing, which is the like marble machines that make music and stuff. That thing is like super. That especially the first one. Like I know he's been doing a lot of videos about like the new one that he's working on, and that looks amazing. But the like old one was like really really cool. All right. A couple things. We're gonna go in here, and I am gonna add that. That should help. Um, actually, should I, maybe I'll do it outside the thing. Let's do this then. Oh, I also added the wrong one. That's okay. We'll do this. Throw that there. We'll throw this here, and then we're gonna do a DJ EQ on both of those. That's better. And then we throw a DJ EQ here. Yeah, I really like Bitwig. It's a lot like Ableton. It has your clip launcher and stuff too if you really want to play with it. You can have clips. You can actually launch clips into tracks, which is pretty nice, which I don't really use anymore. I do most of my stuff in the arrangement view now. Um, but yeah, it has actually I do almost everything in this screen, which is the arrangement screen. But if you want, it's got like a specialized mix screen. It's got a specialized editing screen. It's got all kinds of stuff to it. Plus the grid, which I don't know if we'll get into today, but we'll see. So let's do this. Maybe. All right, have a good one, Toxic. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I actually got rid of most of my outboard hardware iron in because I'm less productive with it. I end up being more productive with what I have, like basically what you see on the screen and a controller than just about anything else. I mean, it would, but you know, honestly, it really depends on how you like to work. I mean, like I see guys who use, I've talked to you, Shark. I see guys who use like the MPCs and do amazing things with it. Like, I mean, for instance, obviously the one everybody knows is Dilla, right? But like even like Ricky Tinas, if you watch his stuff online, he does fantastic stuff with like hardware sequencers and like the Digitact or his MPCs. Like he does amazing stuff with that, and that's like I've tried that stuff. I even have I don't know what I did with it anymore, but I have a machine controller. Or had, I don't remember, I might have sold it, I don't recall. But anyway, I played around with Machina, and it was cool. It was really neat. You can absolutely make, yeah, like I even tried the Eurorack stuff, and it was a lot of fun, but I didn't make any music with it. Like, that was the thing. And I kind of have gotten to a point with my music, it's like, well, am I making music or am I making noise? And making noise is great. There's nothing wrong with making noise. But for me, I want to actually like make. That's good. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like you can record an hour-long noise session and it'll be amazing, or it'll be amazing to you, and you're like, oh, now I need to edit this into something cool, and it's like the 3 hours of editing it takes to like make it something everybody else wants to hear is like a thing, right? So, alright. So this is at least fairly interesting. And if I really was smart, I would do this, and then go to... Oh, did this not end up in the group? Well, that's dumb. Let's put that in the group. There we go. You know, I almost like that better without the strings. I don't know, maybe we'll leave the strings out. But in the meantime, what I was going to do quickly is just a note receiver real quick. Just grab it from that guy. Yeah, and actually, if I turn the strings off, I can add a little more clipping, and it sounds nicer. You get a little more of that crunch, which is pretty cool. I like that. So the other thing I was gonna try to do, so we got. Let's see what else we can come up with here. Crap. That's kind of major, and I really kind of want to break it up. I wonder. See, the problem is if I go here, it's going to be a real shock because you lose that minor third in there. Oh, we could do a total key change and. Just go, what is that, like a fifth? I think that's up a fifth. Except that's the same, it's the same progression though, and I'm really looking for like a B section. Giving it like the giant amount of distortion on the drums. Yeah, I give it a little bit of it. I'm not giving it the total like giant like but yeah, I do like it. You could totally do this and just kind of like it kind of gives it a little too much though, in my opinion. I think we're gonna go right about there. All right. Well, while we kind of ruminate on a secondary chord progression, we are also going to grab a lead real quick. So let's do that. All right. I'm curious what this is. funny enough, that was the first thing I hit, and it's actually like perfect. So I think we're gonna leave it. Yeah, that's hilarious, right, Shark? It's like, I'm not sure what you mean by. Oh, can I like use MIDI to change stuff? I can. But I'm probably not gonna. I mean, the one thing that instead of changing presets, the easiest thing to do is if you wanted like a secondary sound, what I would do is just put it over 2 tracks, because it's super easy to do that. And the other thing you can do is you can always group them into 1 track, and then like play with the amounts. So we'll see what we do here. Right now, I'm just trying to come up with some like musical material that we can like I'm essentially trying to build the bits and pieces so that like in the second hour, hopefully, we'll be able to like do some arrangement. So that's kind of where I'm heading at the moment. The other thing I wanted to do. We're going to solo this quickly. We're going to make this 4 bars long. Yep, I need to make this 4 bars too. There's probably a way to do that, Iron Imp. It wouldn't surprise me. What I would typically do is instead of loading a secondary effect, I would just yes. The answer to your question is yes, you can do that. There's multiple approaches to doing that in Bitwig. One of them is a device called the FX selector, where you can put multiple effects in here and then actually have a selection, actually like make it select each one into whichever one you want. It's incredibly flexible. It's so flexible that like basically there's probably 3 or 4 ways to do just about anything you want to do. The way I would probably do it is just throw it like an FX group or an instrument group, and then just dynamically change. Yeah, you can do rack automation. You can also just come in here and do regular old volume automation. So it's easy enough to have a instrument group and then just volume automate the 2 or 3 instruments depending on what you want to do. You can do the same thing with effects. You can change the effects mix. So it's easy enough to like, and you can always just automate the power button. So like, this switched now to the power automation, so I could actually just turn this synth off and have it turn on at a certain point. So it's like insanely flexible how you can basically do whatever you want in terms of that stuff. What I wanted to do here quickly is go like this. Make sure I'm on the right thing. Nope. That's where I want to be. Nope. Start here. Ah, shit. What we want to kill is that. Boo. Yeah, when you think you're on the piano, but you're actually on the drums. Oh, that works. Okay, I like that. So it's kind of like continuing it, but in a minor thing. Ah, no, that was not the thing. Here we go. All right, it helps to actually be ready in the place where you need to be. Let's try that one more time. Sorry about that, everybody. I kind of screwed that up, but I kind of might leave it. Except I might reverse it. We're going to do that. And then this. And this one. We go like that. And we're going to give it some end amount this time. Right. And then finally, Control Shift Alt L. So my guess is, oh, well, let's do this then. Kathunk. And come back in here. And we know, let's go back to here. Hang on, I'll tell you in just a second. 'Cause I need to mess with this first. Which I know sounds awful. And you know what? I don't care. What happened? Oh, interesting. Weird. Okay. And then we're going to consolidate this because this one should be on D. Let's take a look at what this is. Yeah, this is, which one is this? Phase 4. So it's like a 4-op FM synth. But it's an FM synth more like the DX series is. The Yamaha DX. So it's not like, it's a, oh god, I can't remember the name of it. There's two different FM synths in here. One of them is set up like the Yamahas, and another one is set up more like, I think more of like a West Coast style. because you've got phase 4, which is this guy. So you got like 4 operators here, and then there's like a way to there's various ways of making them work together, and then there's FM4, which is, oh, maybe this is the more the DX style one. So basically, one is very DX oriented, like kind of very, there are 2 different like styles of FM synth, but yes, that this particular one is done with an FM synth. There you go. I'm not super, I like some of the FM synth sounds, but I'm not great at FM synthesis. It's not something I ever really got amazing at, so I don't really remember all the differences between them. But yeah, I think you've got it there. Okay, so we got some building blocks for a song here, so that's pretty cool. So let me think about some stuff. So one thing I was kind of thinking I might want to play around with is, and I might need to just go find it for a second. I have this weird sample that I grabbed off of a Prelinger Archives thing. And actually, funny enough, I grabbed this. When did I grab this? On the 7th, before the thing. So that was what, Wednesday? No, Thursday. I grabbed this on Thursday for something else, and oddly, it's oddly appropriate for for the theme. So, but I wonder if we can make this work here. Although we're gonna have to bring the gain up on this.
The System Development Corporation has underway a research project to synthesize behavior at the instinctive, pre-programmed level.
I love how mundane and creepy that sounds. It just sounds so it's so matter of fact, but it's so I don't know. To me it just sounds very very kind of creepy. Oh yeah, no, we're modeling instinctive behavior. It's cool. Nothing evil going on here. Everything's fine. Yeah, there's a couple of interesting voice clips in this. There's a lot of not interesting voice clips in this. So I'm just going to preface this by saying it's not this amazing treasure trove, but there were some interesting things in there.
The Philco 2000 computer, shown here, has been used to simulate a robot interacting with its environment.
I actually kind of like that too. I think we're gonna take that as well.
Its environment.
Yeah, so we can just chop it there.
Its environment. The organization of the robot's programmed decision-making and control functions is patterned upon a theory of functional organization of instincts within the central nervous system.
It just sound so... I love... Yeah, I do. I love how menacing these sound.
Environment. The organization of the robot's programmed decision-making and control functions is...
Okay. So we got that. I like that. We may not use this. I mean, we're probably not going to use this whole thing. It's like 15 minutes long. But most of the interesting stuff is in the beginning.
This theory, developed by an investigator at SDC,
so we'll see what we end up with.
Has been deduced from ethological observations of instinctive behavior in animals and experimental neurophysiology.
I like that. Because, you know, nothing is like more mundane sounding than like neurophysiology, right? It sounds like super mundane, but then if you think about what it is, it's like, oh my god, that's so creepy.
Instructions and information are introduced to the computer by this device known as the RAND graphic input tablet. This stylus,
yeah, and this
when
is where
placed
it gets
on or near the
like
tablet,
less
causes a
interesting.
spot indicating stylus position to be displayed on the scope. When pressed down on the tablet, a switch in the stylus closes, enabling different programs in the computer to be executed according to the stylus position at the time. This is the starting position of the robot called a droid. This is the outline of the robot. This is the...
And this is and all of that is basically I ended up watching like that whole video, and it's basically like a very rudimentary computer simulation of a robot, which is a little box, and then it tries to plot a route. Yeah, like, I mean, yeah, like that would be, honestly, Jank, if that sounded, if what you wrote was in that voice, I would be putting it in this song. All right, but we got a few interesting snippets here, so we're gonna stick with that. If I was much more enterprising, I would have taken this and made a kick out of it. But I'm not that enterprising. All right, have a good one, Jank. We'll catch you in a bit. So, I kind of feel like, and I'm going to label these, I kind of feel like this might be the chorus, so to speak, and the verse. Oops, let's try putting that in the right place. And I also feel like, I wonder, so we're just going to like, I'm just going to kind of block these out a little bit. One thing I'm curious about is the bass on this.
Project.
Nope.
Project to synthesize.
How did that? What if we make this a G? I kind of like that. Because G and B flat are basically... Cool. So, what I'm wondering, what if we like take this and put it in the strings? Oh, you know what? The strings are getting these notes from there, but they shouldn't be. maybe it shouldn't be strings. I know I've never had opportunity to use these, but I wonder if they're worth using. Instead of the strings, what if we go here? That I kind of like.
The System Development Corporation has underway a research project to synthesize behavior at the instinctive, pre-programmed level. The System Development Corporation has underway a research project to synthesize behavior at the instinctive, pre-programmed level.
Alright, what if we take this, so I just want this, and we're gonna chop it down a little. So,
The System Development Corporation has underway a research project to synthesize behavior at the instinctive, pre-programmed level.
that's pretty cool. I like that as a beginning.
The System Development Corporation has underway a research project to synthesize behavior at the instinctive, pre-programmed level.
biggest problem with playing lead parts like that is they always end up really meandering, or at least I feel like they are. So we'll have to see how we end up here.
The fill goes. Interacting with its environment.
Alright, so what I want to do is find this. Actually, I kind of like that. Let's just assume that we're going to go out 4 times on the voice. So it'd go out to there, and then we can do that. Interacting with its environment. No, start here.
The Philco 2000 computer, shown here, has been used to simulate a robot interacting with its environment.
Would help if I hit record.
The Philco 2000 computer, shown here, has been used to simulate a robot interacting with its environment.
I kind of feel like it should maybe just do that. So we can remove this one bad note.
A robot interacting with its environment.
So theoretically now we go back here. It helps not to have the loop point set wrong. What happened? Oh. It helps also not to copy the bass part into the piano part. Alright, so I want to see something here. I kind of feel like I need something to fill in the gap here a little bit. So
Philco 2000 computer, shown here, has been used to simulate a robot interacting with its environment.
that was not that was not even close. Oh, that was terrible. Why does it keep thinking this is an audio? Oh, because this got converted to a hybrid track. Boo. Alright, well, I'm not screwing with that right now.
Philco 2000 computer, shown here, has been used to simulate a robot interacting with its environment. Philco 2000.
Alright, so I think that might work. Let's see how that goes. That get busted up. That's weird. Nice. By the way, I don't know if anyone's still sitting here in the chat, but hey, everybody, I haven't forgotten about you. I'm just trying to do my thing. And I know it's like watching paint dry, so I'm sorry. I wish I was more exciting while I was making music, but I tend to be kind of focused.
The organization of the robot's program decision-making and control functions is patterned upon a theory of functional organization of instincts within the central nervous system. The Philco 2
So we know what we need to do there, and now what I want to figure out here is come back in here. Alright, that might work. Poop. It's alright. Let's try to do that one more time here. I think we are going to have an 8-bar bridge, and that's okay. Alright, let's fix this up. Ah! Just that one. So let's just start at 71 here. I wonder if we just need to make it like 2 bars of that F major. Because it's and to anticipate the chorus, we're gonna like do this and then so boom. Right. Because then if I bring the chorus back over here, that should kind of walk right into it. That should work. And let's just dupe that into here. And then we just need to figure out a baseline for that. So what have we got here so far? So let's dupe this for a second. All I really want out of this is the kick for now. Hey, now I can see what I'm doing. screwed that up, didn't I? There we go. Okay, now it makes more sense. I don't know what the heck I was thinking before. All right. That was awful, but we'll fix it. That's terrible. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? Alright, I think I'm just going to re-record that. No! The most awful hi-hat line ever recorded. Alright, well, let's see if we can maybe make it make sense. what if, just out of curiosity, what does it sound like if we drop the drums? Oh, maybe we drop the kick. Maybe we just keep some of the highs. So what if we do that, drop the kick out, so we concentrate more on the bass, and then we got to write a bass line for this, but that's not hard. Yeah, there it is. Nope, don't start there. Start there. One more time. Alright, let's see how... what did I just do? Let's see how awful this is. Kind of like this one. Yeah, so we're gonna grab that from here. Why? Why does it not paste where I want it to paste? Can someone answer that for me? Honestly, it's probably easier to do this. Knife tool there, and then repeat. Okay, and now what we're going to do is grab everything here and do that. And then the other thing we didn't do before, which we should have done, was first, well, a couple things. Should do this. We should grab these and go that, and then finally that. access to here. Consolidate those. Bring you back here.
This theory, developed by an investigator at SBC, has been deduced from ethological observations of instinctive behavior in animals and experimental neurophysiology. The robot's behavior, as calculated by the computer, is displayed on this scope.
Alright.
The System Development Corporation has underway a research project to synthesize behavior at the instinctive, pre-programmed level.
Thanks, Jank.
With its environment.
I was pretty sure everyone had left. Hey, no worries. Had the loop point set. That's okay. We're gonna fill in this verse now anyway. So let's do that.
The organization of the robot's program decision-making and control functions is patterned upon a theory of functional organization of instincts within the central nervous system. Of the robot's program decision-making and
cool.
This theory, developed by an investigator at SBC, has been deduced from ethological observations of instinctive behavior in animals.
Alright, so this is what we're gonna do, I think. I'm going to just extend this last part out, and then we'll work on our ending.
Calculated by the computer is displayed on this scope.
Honestly, I kind of like the second half better than the first half, so we're going to do this. Or at least I'm going to take those and put them in the front, because that's the better part. We're going to change it.
Experimental neurophysiology. The robot's behavior, as calculated by the computer, is displayed on this scope.
Yeah, I'm kind of digging it too. I don't usually do things with a lot of leads like this because they tend to get real meandery on me. But yeah, it's kind of cool. I kind of like it. I'm like totally resisting the urge to do my normal crap and like put a arpeggio in here somewhere. Just like some kind of weird arpeggiated thing. Because that's what I do. I kind of like the way this turned out, though.
The System Development Corporation has underway a research project to synthesize behavior at the instinctive, pre-programmed level.
Thanks. I don't know that I would listen to a whole album of this, but I appreciate that you would. It would be an entire album of pentatonic frickin' meandering. Yeah, actually, if you want to learn how to play semi-competent leads, Jank, learn the pentatonic scale, which is not hard. You can play it with or without the blue note. If you play it with the blue note, then you're going to be in the blues. But basically, whatever key you're in, let's just say it's C, you want the minor third, the fourth, the fifth, and then the dominant seventh, which in C is C, E flat, F. I'm going to do it a little lower because it's going to get real screechy. C, E flat, F, G, B flat, and then you're back to C. It's called pentatonic because there's only 5 notes in it. The root, the minor third, the fourth, the fifth, and then that B flat, which is the dominant seventh. So whatever key you're in, you can figure out what that scale is, and you can kind of go to town. That's the regular pentatonic scale. If you add the blue note, you add the sharpened fourth or the flattened fifth, however you want to look at it. So in C, that's F sharp. So that's the blue note. And that's pretty much it. I mean, obviously there's other scalar things you can do. You can play in other, you can just play in the major scale. Right? I mean, but the pentatonic scale tends to sound good in a lot of things, and sometimes you can get away with like the pentatonic and do it in a major scale, so either omit the third or change the third to a major third with the regular E. So, but if you kind of like play around with omitting like the second and the sixth out of the scale, you can kind of, that's essentially what the pentatonic is. It's not hard to do, and it'll get you a good ways towards a lead. The only problem, so the biggest problem with leads like this is structuring them so that they're not like completely meandering. And like this one here is like just meandering all over the place. It's like there's no sense of like melody to it. It's just like, here's a lead, here's something to kind of attract your ear. I kind of tried to edit this one so that there's a little more melody to it. Yeah, repeated themes are really good. You can also do like a repeated motif. Like you can do something like you could basically go like right? So you can kind of repeat a motif going up that scale or going down. There's lots of things to it, and in all fairness, I'm improvising a melody because I have, or a lead line because I have 17 minutes left to do this, right? Typically, when I write something with a lead, I will like kind of find a melody that I like, and then I will use that as, I'll improvise like this and meander a little bit, and I'll find something that I like, and then I'll tend to use it as the melody, just that chunk, or one or two chunks where I will alternate them or something like that, versus really doing a meandering, thing like what I'm doing here. So, yeah, definitely, consistency and repeating, as Adam Neely says, repetition. What is it? Oh shoot, I can't remember now. It's basically that repetition makes something. Oh, repetition legitimizes. That's it. Repetition legitimizes. So basically, if you do something once, it sounds like a mistake. If you do something twice, all of a sudden it sounds like it's on purpose. That's basically the difference, right? Mistake? Not, no longer a mistake. So yeah, repetition is one of those things that you like want to play with, but like be kind of sparing about. I mean, if you look, this whole song is basically repetition, right? I'm just using various elements.
The System Development Corporation has
that are
underway
repeating. The
a
drums
research
essentially
project to
repeat.
synthesize behavior at the instinctive, pre-programmed
This is just
level.
the top line of the drums. And then once we get in here, this drum doesn't stop until here, where we made a slight variation on it. But part of the idea here with the lead trades off with the vocals, right? So that it doesn't get too incredibly boring.
Shown here has been used to simulate
and also every 16 bars we're trading off. So right now we're in the verse section, right? So we've got a different chord progression going that's semi-related, but it's more minor. And then we'll get to the chorus section here in another 10 bars or so. A little more major, a little more hopeful, maybe, or a little more lifting.
Robots' program decision-making and control functions is patterned upon a theory of functional organization of instincts within the central nervous system. Observations of instinctive behavior in animals and experimental neurophysiology. The robot's behavior, as calculated by the computer, is displayed on this scope. Experimental neurophysiology. The robot's behavior, as calculated displayed on this scope. The System Development Corporation has underway
I love
a
that there's
research
something named
project to synthesize
System
behavior
Development
at the
Corporation.
instinctive, pre-programmed level.
I kind of love that that's a thing. Yeah, by the way, you can find a bunch of their old films on the Prelinger archives that are by the System Development Corporation, which just sounds so. I mean, it's so like it's so aperture science that it's almost too aperture science, right? It's like it's so like perfect. It's so perfectly like bland and mundane, and yet totally ominous sounding.
To synthesize behavior at the instinctive, pre-programmed level. A research project to synthesize.
Okay, so it's right about here.
Synthesize.
Okay, so starting about there is good. Ah, not what I wanted.
Synthesize behavior at the instinctive, pre-programmed level.
Alright, we got 10 minutes to do something interesting, so let's do this. Yeah, by the way, that's more like 60s and 70s. It actually is more yeah, like it's
Synthesize behavior at the instinctive
no. Just no. Although I did put a limiter on my mic. So, there you go. There's my Tarzan yell. All right. Let's do this. And
synthesize behavior at the instinctive, pre-programmed level.
now, what I think we can do, I think I can do this. String king and throw you into the carrier here. Whack this. Can I? Oh, I don't think I can. Alright, so we're going to have to do it this way. We'll set up a group. Actually, we don't need to group that. I don't know why I did that. What we need to do is throw this on its own line. And then go here and set carrier to the this guy right here. Alright, this should be going to master. Why are you not doing what you're supposed to be doing? Fine, screw you. We'll just add you back. Every once in a while I get that where for some reason, oh, there we go. Now we can mute you and oh, I suppose I have to set that to the right thing there. Then we can mute that.
Synthesized behavior at the instinctive pre-programmed level. Synthesized behavior at the instinctive pre-programmed level.
Alright, and I think we want that.
Behavior at the instinct. Synthesized behavior at the instinctive pre-programmed level.
Cool. Alright, so now for this, we just want all the way to the end.
Synthesized behavior.
We're going to come back here. We're going to give this some saturation.
Synthesized behavior at the instinctive pre-programmed level.
And let's unsolo this.
Synthesized behavior at the instinctive pre-programmed level. Synthesized behavior at the instinctive pre-programmed level. Synthesized behavior at the instinctive.
Alright. And we got 4 minutes to make this interesting.
Synthesized behavior.
So let's do that.
Synthesized behavior at the instinctive pre-programmed level. 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 Synthesized behavior at the instinctive pre-programmed level.
Alright, if we really want to make it weird, which, why not? We got 3 minutes left. Because I like making things weird. We're going to add a little ring mod to this. We're going to make it like 440 hertz or maybe 220.
Programmed level.
Okay, cool. And then what we're going to do is we're going to throw some automation on the mix knob right here. And we're going to start you at 0 and maybe about there get you to 100%. So by the time we get to this one, cool. Alright, let's save as Actually, let's call it 2HAC. Let's do it right here. 2HAC synthesized behavior. And let's do the other thing we usually do now. Is we throw on my favorite plugin now. Okay, it's not really my favorite, but it does a pretty good job. I do like this. We throw on the ozone, which I only throw on at the end now because it's such a pain in the butt if you try to throw it on in the middle of while you're working. This is probably as good a spot as any. Let's do this.
Synthesized behavior. Synthesized behavior. Synthesized behavior.
I guess that's working. Alright, so we go there. We go here. We hit save. And we got about a minute left, so let's listen to it. And that'll probably be the end of it.
The System Development Corporation has underway a research project to synthesize behavior at the instinctive, pre-programmed level.
I think I spelled synthesized wrong. Of course I did. Yep.
The Philco 2000 computer, shown here, has been used to simulate a robot interacting with its environment.
Pretty much. Alright, we did it. Yay.
Organization of the robot's programmed decision-making and control functions is patterned upon a theory of functional organization of instincts within the central nervous system.
By the way, I just want to point out that this right here is 100% Roxanne.
This theory, developed by an investigator at SDC, has been deduced from ethological observations of instinctive behavior in animals and experimental neurophysiology.
Man, good artist
The
borrow,
robot's
great artist
behavior,
steal.
calculated by the computer, is displayed on this scope.
Synthesized behavior at the instinctive, pre-programmed level.
Alright, hold on. I think we're going to bring this volume level up a little bit.
Synthesized behavior at the instinctive, pre-programmed level.
feel like this is just mastering BS, but I kind of feel like I almost want to put this up about 5 decibels. Because
Synthesized behavior and instinctive pre-programmed level.
okay, 5 is too much. Let's try like 3.
Synthesized behavior and instinctive pre-programmed level.
3 is hitting it a little more than I want to as well. Try 2.
Synthesized behavior and instinctive pre-programmed level.
The organization of the robot's programmed decision-making and control functions is patterned upon a theory of functional organization of instincts within the central nervous system.
All right.
Synthesized behavior and
We're gonna listen to the end here, and then we're gonna do an export and call it good. So anyone who's still watching, Toxic or Jake,
synthesized behavior and
is streaming now that I can kick over to. Yeah, if I did this more often, I probably would I'd have the music adjusted a little better so you could hear me over top of it. So, yeah, no, I was wondering if anyone is streaming now, because we're pretty much done here. So what I'm probably gonna do is do an export here, and then we'll be basically done. All right, so Sep is streaming in Discord. CP's having computer issues. Yeah, if there's no one else live on Twitch, then I guess we'll just end it. I could kick you over to someone that I follow, but I'm not sure that it probably would not be music related. I don't know who's on. Yeah, no one is on that would be like music related. So we might just end it here. So unfortunately, but let's go ahead and export this. And then what I might do at some point is clean this up for stems, because I know a few people like to download stems of this stuff. So we may go ahead and do that for them real quick. But I will probably do that off stream. There's this was already like watching paint dry, so I'm sure. Are they streaming music stuff? I don't know. Michael, please no. But he's drawing abstract art. Well, we can do that. Let me. I'll set that right up then. So in that case, let's see if we can do this here. Michael, please no. Oh yeah, it looks like they're doing some art thing. So super cool. All right, so in that case, this is almost done exporting. I will do some stuff after this uh, just to finalize and also make something nicer for the for anyone who wants to like play around with the stems. So let's go raid Michael, please no. Y'all, thanks for hanging out and watching this and sticking with me. Hopefully it's pretty cool, and we'll get it submitted, and I'll see everybody at the listening party tomorrow night. So thanks a lot, everybody. Take care. Bye. All right, here we go. Raid now. Bye.